So, Young Justice Phantoms, and you already know, it was boring. You know, this episode wasn't too woke besides the fact that, oh, surprise, surprise, struggling single black mom dealing with a mentally challenged black boy.
What the fuck?
Wow, just right out the gate pissing me off already, huh? You know? Of course, she can't get her relationship to work with her black male man or, her former spouse because, he's a black man. Even if he does seem like a pretty well-adjusted man, even how they characterize him, it's not like he's an overtly terrible person, and he even gives her a dose of reality. But, black man bad. Remember that. It's just like they get more and more they get more and more woke every single episode, and it's honestly just exhausting. Like, I went live on my TikTok about just watching it the first time and the second time for the review, and I just couldn't believe what I was looking at. I was just like, bruh, are you shitting me? And that ain't even the end of the episode, nowhere near. Let's talk about the rest of the episode. There's not much to discuss because the episode's pretty boring, but let's just get into it. So I'm just going to give a brief, skim through the episode. I don't want to be too long on this video. So here's how the episode went down. Rocket dropped off her child to her, former husband or whatever. That happened, etc., etc. They went to New Genesis. They talked to Orion. Then they followed this glowing man. I forgot his name. I don't care at this point. It's not my universe. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so after that... What else happened after that? Oh yeah, we got some development with Forger because, yeah, everyone's favorite character. Anyone like Forger? No? Neither do I. But we're gonna get development with him anyway, and that's a little bit too much of the episode. Then we finally get to the interesting characters. Orion, who is an allegory for autism and claustrophobia. Yeah, he even has to take his new god meds and all. This is exhausting, 100%. But to be honest, in all transparency, I don't mind the claustrophobia part. It's a difference, and they give reason to him having a mental breakdown about being claustrophobic. Him being related to Darkseid, of course. So that's interesting. They did something with his mixed heritage. I'm pretty sure Darkseid doesn't have those freaking episodes, but whatever. We're just gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. So the episode is pretty much just alluding to that literally throughout the entire episode. Rocket coming to terms with, her situation at home, trying not to let that bleed over to her workspace or whatever. Honestly, bro, this episode is exhausting. I genuinely struggled to watch it. Like, again, I had to watch it twice. So, yeah, it's really annoying. But wait, just when you thought the beginning was woke and pandering to single mothers, it gets even more woke. Guess what they did to the Zod family? Is it A, kill them off? Is it B, race swap them? Or is it C, do you give a If the answer is B, you'd be right. Because they race swapped him. Again, this ain't even the first time they made the Zods black, but every time they do it, I still get annoyed because it doesn't make any sense. Again, this is the equivalent of turning Superman black. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This is so annoying. And not only did they make Zod black, they made his son black. Let's look at a picture of the Zods, from the comics. Let's see what they actually look like. Interesting. But unfortunately, this one, this version of Lord Zod, guess what he has? Dreadlocks and all. But at least they kept it comic book accurate with the side swoop. It's just that he's black as hell. Honestly, bro, I get so tired of these race swap. Imagine if Peter Parker just came onto the scene straight up black without any real explanation. They just hit him with it's a different universe, so it's all good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just annoying. It's whatever. So yeah, man, honestly, this episode kind of was annoying. I honestly didn't mind the autism part of it. It wasn't that bad. But her making excuses for her son, it was just kind of pandering to an audience who probably does not watch this show, but whatever, it's fine. It's fine. The pandering is just fine. It's fine. So yeah, if I had to rank this episode, honestly, it's like a 2.5 out of 10 in my personal opinion. It's just so boring, and the messaging was even more hand-fisted than the last episode, but it is whatever. Like, again, I'm only hate watching this episode. I'm hate watching this show at this point. Like, it used to be so good. Like, I keep addressing it. I hate repeating myself, but yeah, that's all I had to say about this episode. Really not impressed. And of course, I have to give the ever so obvious animation critique. And of course, it is dog water. I think it's even lazier than the last. I'm kidding. Nothing can get worse than last week's episode. Nothing can be worse than that. Did I say last week? It came out like relatively recently in between each episodes, but you get the point. Either way, trash, disgusting, worst episode I've ever seen. I'm kidding. It's a 2 out of 10. It's not as bad as last week's, but still pretty bad. Also, at the end of the episode, they literally have a comment. They have Superman of all people comment on a Russia situation. Yeah. Hilarious. I swear to God, I can't make this up. They are literally just full on political. Like, bruh.